This is video 3 and how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So in video 2 I showed you how to make the cross. We're doing white cross. This video is going to get us from the white cross to the whole white layer. So everything will be, you'll see a nice ring of solid colors, and they're matching their centers. After getting the cross, everything's down at this point. So we put the white cross on the bottom. We're going to treat, here's the practice cube. We're going to treat this yellow as the top workspace again. So just do some random stuff. The first thing you need to do is you need to figure out, okay, well, we want a cube in the top layer with a white sticker on it, because we know that this is the white face and it needs to go down, and now's the time to do it. So you can quickly identify, even though this one's it's in the wrong spot because it's not matching up with these colors. So you take something like this, it's red, white, and blue. We know white's on the bottom. We see red here, and that's green. So it doesn't need to go down here. Bring it towards the red, and we know now this is where it needs to go, because you got your red, white, and blue centers here. So that's where the red, white, and blue piece needs to go. So I'm going to show you an algorithm on a solved cube here. We call it the sexy move because it's real quick. I guess people think it looks sexy. A little bit of cube notation. This is the right side. This is the U side for up. And the algorithm is R. Anytime I just say R, it is clockwise. So if you're looking at it, it's clockwise. U, clockwise. R prime, which is counterclockwise. U prime, counterclockwise. That's the sexy move. R, U, R prime, U prime. And we write it like this. R, U, R prime, U prime. I'm going to put this in the description. Anytime I'm talking about algorithms, I might write them down, but I'm going to have them in the description for you. So before you watch a video, read the description and see if there's anything there that you need to know to help you out. Now with this move, it's a 6 cycle, which means if you perform it 6 times, everything's back to the way it was before you did anything. So we did it once, R, U, R prime, U prime, we do it again, 3, 4, 5, 6, everything's back to the way it was. We're going to use this algorithm to get these guys in. And the way we're going to do it is if you pay attention to these two guys, we don't care about all the other stuff that's going on. What we care about is when I perform it, I'm not screwing up the cross. And these two guys are moving back and forth like this. And every time they switch, they twist. So, where is it? Where's this guy? We see red, white, and blue. Here's blue, red, white. It has to go down. You're going to hold it so it's in the front right, and you're going to perform the algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime. Now the piece is where it needs to be. It's not flipped right, but it's permuted. This piece needs to be in this position. But obviously it's not right. We need that white here. So we perform the algorithm again. It's going to move these. R, U, R prime, U prime. Now it's up here again. We do it again. R, U, R prime, U prime. Now it's flipped the right way. And it also kicked this one out. This was in the wrong spot. It was down here. But now that this one's here, this has to be somewhere else, and it's right here. So it's in our workspace. So again, we got white, green, orange. We see orange here, and that's blue, so that's wrong. But that's green and orange, and we know white's on the bottom. So this is where it needs to go. So we perform the algorithm again. R, U, R prime, U prime. Now it's where it needs to be, but it needs to be flipped. So we got to bring it back up, bring it back down. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. We gotta do it 2 more times. 1, 2. So doing it 6 times basically is the same as doing it none. So, and every time you're going from the top down, it's going to be 1, and then 2, 3. So it's going to be an odd number of times that you're going to need to perform the algorithm, and you're going to need to do it once, 3 times, or 5 times to get these pieces in. So we have another piece in our workspace. White, blue, orange. We got blue, red. That's not right. Go towards the blue. There's orange, blue, white. Do our algorithm, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, and it's in. This one got kicked out. We do the algorithm. It's going to take 5 times on this one. That's going to solve it. Now sometimes you're going to get a situation where something like this, where you got all these 3 in, and this one's in the right spot without you doing anything with it, but it's not flipped right. Well, you just put it right here, and you still perform that algorithm because it's going to move these. And it's going to take an even number of times to get it down. Sometimes you'll see it where there's nothing in your workspace, something's down here. Well, then you just perform the algorithm 1 time to get it in your workspace. Then you can move it over, get it down, pop this one out, and bring it over. And that's going to solve your first layer. So the next video, we're going to figure out how to get these guys in. It's not too bad. It's a little more complicated. We're going to take this algorithm, learn the left-handed version of it, and figure out how to set up the cube in our workspace to get these pieces down here. And right now, this cube is 40% solved. All right, see you on the next video.